Yep.
Every day.
That's the plan. Now that we have that space that we can have, the problem, or one of the biggest challenges has been that just the gym from 11 to 1 is occupied. So now that we have the downstairs space to kind of spread into, we can have multiple things happening at once, which we're really excited about. Yes. So there's been a lot of debate about that. Most of the students didn't like it. 3rd through 5th grade was okay with it. They didn't love it. The little ones really didn't like it because it was a lot of structure, when really we wanted to give them that opportunity for free play and free choice for what they were doing. That being said, what we're kind of exploring options for, and it's still kind of in the exploratory phases, is trying to figure out if we can have someone or a couple of people we can bring in to be lunch and recess and after school coordinators, so that it is a little bit more organized, but still kind of keeps the sanctity of that free play kind of feeling. Other questions?
What you just mentioned, would that be parent volunteers?
So kind of, ideally I would like to have it someone who is on the team that can kind of bounce around and help out in many different places, but let that kind of do what Mr. Justin does now, but taking a little bit off of Mr. Justin's plate, and let him focus on this great program that he's kind of developed. But it's kind of still in the exploratory stages, but I'm hoping that we'll have that in place by September. That's the hope. That's the goal. I'm 98% sure we're going to be able to pull it off. It'll be a scheduling puzzle, but I think that we'll be able to do it.
So is it going to be closed then for other people? I mean, when kids during the day, is it closed so that nobody can be there?
In the hall? Yes. So yes, and I think that the problem with Kids in the Game, not that they have a good program, but I'm not sure that it was the best fit. I think that we need some kind of structure for safety, and some kind of choice in that. And to your point, and to the point that I made earlier, it's still a developing. We're kind of trial and erroring what works and what doesn't. And this year has been a lot of trial and error, and a lot of it based on trying to ensure that everyone is safe, that everyone has opportunities to do what they need to do, whether that's that they want to sit and read, whether they want to work, whether they want to draw, whether they want to play basketball. I don't think that we're perfect yet. I don't think that the program is flawless, and I'm certainly happy to hear feedback. But it's a developing, working concept to try to make it work in the space that we have now. That's why we're looking to.
An outside source, fresh, take some pressure off of him,
Yes.
and then it's not so chaotic.
Yes. 100%. Yes. Kids in the Game has a very structured program that they would like to implement. They're not like, oh yeah, we'll give you 2 people and they can supervise and kind of say like, okay, here's this area and here's this area, here's this area. They come in and they say, today we're gonna do this game and everyone's gonna participate in this game. Or there's gonna be 2 games going, but these are the games that we're playing.
Right, well, I understand what I'm saying, we've got the other sources.
Right, that's what we're working on trying to find to avoid that burnout. What was that? Art. So a lot of growth has happened in the art program, which we're really excited about, and it will continue. Miss Irizarry has been working very closely with the Children's Art Guild, which is a great organization that mentors art teachers throughout the city, helps them to come up with creative art projects, come up with creative art lessons, and helps give them kind of the resource and the support that they need to implement those. And I think we've seen great growth in terms of what the students are being asked to do and how they're exploring art. We've also been working very closely with the MET and the Learning to Look program, which works with students through 2nd through 5th grade. And what that is a once a month program where docents from the MET come in and teach art history and art lessons. The students study different art, they sometimes reenact it, they recreate it, they work kind of on studying that piece monthly, and then kind of as a crossover with their history lessons. And then on Monday, they'll all be going to the Met to kind of see in real life the pieces that they've studied. So those are two ways that we've really tried to amp up the art program over the past years. And we're looking on different ways of doing that and continuing that momentum. We are keeping the art room next year, which I think has made a huge difference with students being able to kind of go to that room and turn their brains off of classroom mode and onto creativity. And I think a lot of that we've seen kind of come through the classrooms as Ms. Irizarry has been able to partner with the teachers